Hey guys, my name is Raddy, and today I'm going to be sharing my wish list of the upcoming Generation 8 Pokemon game for Switch. Before I begin, I just want to say that this is a kind of experimental video, to see the response I get from it, since most of my subscribers are Animal Crossing fans. That being said, let's get right into it. The first thing I'd like to see is a harder difficulty mode. In the recent generations, I've been finding battles and general gameplay that was once a challenge much easier. I'm not sure if this is because I've grown up and my 10-year-old self was just awful at Pokemon games, or if they have actually got a lot easier over the years, but either way, for the players looking for a challenge, a hard mode would solve this. During hard mode, you would not be told which moves are super effective or not while in battle. Also, gym leaders or any challenging trainer would be equipped with more items for battle, so battles would be longer and need more preparation and training. Secondly, I'd like to see a good story instead of the generic evil team nonsense. Every single game, with the exception of a few, has near enough the exact same story, that being the evil team's mission trying to capture the box legendary, you stopping them and becoming champion along the way. This time around, I think it would be awesome to have a more in-depth story similar to Black and White. The next thing I want to see is lots of post-game content. A couple ideas I have, from the top of my head, are tons of legendary encounters, just like in Auras or Ultra Sun and Moon, Pokemon World Tournaments from Black and White 2, Looker missions, like the Ultra Beast quest from Sun and Moon, and more new stuff to keep us playing, even after we catch them all. This one kind of ties in with my last wish, but I feel like it's big enough to talk about it by itself. I'd like to see actual mythical Pokemon encounters, instead of those codes we keep on getting. If you've been playing the most recent games for the past few years, you'll know what I'm talking about. We get monthly codes for exclusive Pokemon, some of them only being available from this event, and to get the codes, you need to go to your local GameStop, or Game if you live in the UK, and then type them into your 3DS and that's it, you just get the Pokemon. What I would like to see instead of this is an in-game event. Instead of having to go to a store that might not even be near you and asking for a code, you could just play as usual, but you'd have a new task. That would be to travel to a new location and battle and catch the Pokemon. I feel like this is just a better alternate way, as it would be more enjoyable and accessible for people who don't live near those shops. Coming in at number 5 is a kind of returning feature, specifically from the first 2 games, and that's an actual rival. I know we've had rivals every game, sometimes even more than one, but I want to see a more competitive rival and less of a friend. I feel like this topic will be up for debate, but I always found more incentive to win against someone who was a bit of a jerk. Take Hal for example. I think he's a great character, but whenever I had to battle him in Sun and Moon, I'd almost feel bad for winning against him, and wouldn't care if he beat me. Now compare that to the rival from Gold and Silver, where I was actually so determined to not lose against him. It felt so rewarding to win, since he was such a jerk, and was actually challenging. Another returning feature I'd like to see is the ability for Pokemon to follow you again. I think this one is actually really likely, since we know they can in the Let's Go games, which are only a couple months away, so why not for the main Switch adventure? Next up is a more open region. The best way I can describe this is less linear and straightforward routes, like the ones we keep on getting in the newer games. Instead, I'd like to see a bigger, better, more open region that feels less like one long and narrow path. At number 8, I'd like to see a brand new evolution for Eevee. There are a few types I'd like to see for it, but my top pick is a ghost type Eevee. My idea of a way to evolve it would be leveling it up and having it faint in the same battle. It would be kind of creepy to have a literal dead Eevee in your party, but also pretty cool I think. Finally, I want to see the return of the National Pokédex. It actually really annoyed me when it wasn't in any of the Sun and Moon games, since my goal of every Pokemon game is to try and complete it. It seems really unnecessary not to have it. I guess they just didn't have the time or couldn't be bothered. That's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though it's only a test in a way. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.